Before Bitcoin, before gold, before banks and stock markets, there was land. For thousands of years, owning land meant owning power. It was the ultimate form of wealth, a currency that didn't need Wi-Fi or wallets. In this video, we'll uncover how land became humanity's first Bitcoin, a store of value, a status symbol, and a weapon that shaped the rise and fall of civilizations. But we'll also ask a deeper question. Has our modern digital wealth disconnected us from what money was always meant to be? A claim to something real? In the beginning, wealth wasn't coins or credit. It was soil. The moment humans stopped wandering and began to settle, land became life. Whoever controlled it controlled survival, food, water, and safety. Ancient Mesopotamia measured status not by how much gold you had, but by how much land your family could plow. Land became the first ledger, a physical blockchain where ownership was etched in clay tablets guarded by kings and priests. Land wasn't just property, it was proof of work. You tilled, you planted, you earned. Thousands of years before Bitcoin's code, there was another system designed to prove ownership: land titles. Ancient Egyptians recorded boundaries using stones. Babylonians used cuneiform tablets. Romans developed written deeds. Each mark was a block of data, permanent, verified, and protected by authority. But here's the twist. The miners were soldiers. If someone questioned your claim, you didn't need a node. You needed an army. Land became the original proof-of-stake system. Power defended value. When Rome expanded, it rewarded loyalty not with coins, but land grants. Soldiers returning from war were paid with territory. But soon, like every asset, land became speculation. The rich bought massive estates, pushing farmers into debt and cities into poverty. Rome's wealth became concentrated, not in innovation, but in inheritance. Sound familiar? The empire began to crumble, not because it ran out of gold, but because it ran out of trust, the same element Bitcoin was built to restore. After Rome's collapse, Europe was divided into castles, manors, and fiefs, a new decentralized network. The blockchain of the Middle Ages wasn't digital. It was feudal. Each lord controlled a node of land, verified by loyalty to the crown. Peasants worked for protection. In a strange way, medieval society mirrored the logic of a blockchain: distributed control, trust built through obligation, and record-keeping through ritual. Land was the wallet. People were the currency. Fast forward to the 17th and 18th centuries. Philosophers like John Locke declared that property, especially land, was the foundation of liberty. A man's labor, Locke wrote, gives him a right to the soil he works. For the first time, wealth wasn't just inherited, it could be earned. Land ownership became a human right, not a royal privilege. It was the original decentralization of power. But as machines replaced muscles, land's dominance began to fade. Wealth moved from soil to steel, from farms to factories. Yet the psychology of land ownership didn't die, it evolved. People still crave permanence, ownership, and proof. The factory replaced the field, but the logic was the same. This is mine. I built this. It holds value. Every industrialist was, in a way, still a farmer, planting machines instead of seeds. Then came central banks, fiat currency, and the age of abstraction. Money detached from land, gold, and labor. It became trust in paper. Governments could print it at will. The old rule, money must be backed by something real, vanished. And with it, the idea that wealth should be earned through effort and production. Humanity traded physical scarcity for digital promise. We created infinite money and endless debt. In 2009, Bitcoin emerged, not as rebellion, but as restoration, a digital form of the same principle that once made land sacred: limited supply, verified ownership, proof of work. The blockchain wasn't new. It was a rebirth. Bitcoin resurrected what land always symbolized: transparency, scarcity, decentralized trust. Except this time, the soil was code. The miners weren't farmers, they were programmers. Today, the same emotional forces drive both systems. People buy land and crypto for the same reasons: security, identity, freedom,